Hello. Hi. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I don't want to spill this tea. I'm so cold. It is freezing here. Gotta warm up. Like a little ice cube. Hi, guys. How are you tonight? Hey, everybody. Ooh, I just have like this weird like coffee thing that just started. Hello, Felice. Felice, how are your boys doing? How's your dad doing? I feel like we need a little catch up. Can't wait till next week. This is so tickly. I don't know what happened. Weird. I ran downstairs to make a quick cup of tea. And all of a sudden I was like, ugh. So what's going on? I can't wait till it's nice out and we can go outside shopping. Did I see the forecast for Friday? Minus 17 degrees? No. Oh my God. Minus 10, minus 11 degrees. Molly, if we're going to be minus 10, minus 11 degrees, what are you going to be? It's like the frozen tundra here already. Now I'm looking at your weather because you know I always look yours on here. I'm 9 degrees warmer than you are right now. Minus 22 degrees. Molly wins. Holy shit. I'm sorry, I had to just swear just now, but that is just beyond. Okay, so Felice said, did I see the forecast? I don't even understand how you have an animal outside in that. What do? Have them peep and poo in your house? Minus 23, Molly. That's like not even safe to be out in a car, you know? And I know you drive far to work. Your boys are good. Your dad is getting ready to move his wife into memory care on 2/1. My parents' really good friends live in a house that is, I live in a cul-de-sac. So like a circle of houses. And then across the cul-de-sac, is another house. And my parents' friends live there, and they both are, there have been ambulances there more times than not. My mom called me the other day and she said, you're not going to be seeing any ambulances over at the Goldsteins anymore. And I said, oh, really? Why? And she said, they moved to a full-time care facility. That's a big step, Felice. Wow, I can't believe you got him to do that. That's amazing. Molly's weather makes us feel better about our weather. Except usually what she gets, we get like a day or two later. Molly, what is Duluth going to be? Because like now I need to look at that because I need to know how bad it's going to be for your parents. It can't even be like a temperature. I'm looking and I'm scared. Oh, it's no different than yours. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't understand what is happening in this world. Yes, Felice, my weather makes everyone feel better that you're not here. I'm going with, yeah, that's really true. All right, you guys, I tried the cherry cola lip thing today, and I just don't think it's me, but I went with it. I used a bunch of different things because everybody's all about the freaking cherry cola lips. So I have enough lip products. I've decided I really need to slow down on the lip products. So I used a couple of these Kulfi things and some Victoria Beckham, that sparkly one that she came out with. And, ooh, I pulled out the black cherry from Lisa Eldridge, which, by the way, I recently bought this. And it is like as deep as I can go, not vamp, you know. But it's interesting. And I don't like to do like that big, heavy, crazy liner. But I don't know. I think it's kind of a lot. It feels like someone else. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm playing dress up or something. Oh my gosh. You guys, here's to us making it through January. I literally cannot stay warm anymore. It's painful. So you guys know I hit my husband's car in the driveway this past weekend. And they have certain auto body shops that they like you to go to, or they make it really hard for you to go to the one that you want to go to. So we had to take photos, like crazy photos where you're like trying to fit your car into a shape that they're giving you and getting the VIN number and doing all these things. And we're both freezing. And like, he's mad that I hit his car already. And he's more upset about my car having been hit than his car being hit. But the whole pain in the ass of like getting it fixed and stuff is like not great. And then we're out there taking pictures in the sub-zero weather. And he just kept looking at me going, just take the pictures. And I'm like, Rick, you have to put, it's like when the, you know, like one of those things over there where they have an outline of a car and you have to get your car exactly in the outline. It was crazy. I'm sick of, like, what would they have done before? Somebody would have had to come to your house, right? And to look at your car. Now they just do it online. It's so crazy. You guys, what did you think today when you saw Tom Ford Alta? Because I don't know. It really signals to me that these companies are not doing well. I looked up online to see how much of luxury is on the aspirational stuff. And what I mean is the more accessible parts of being in a brand. Like, I can't afford to buy myself like a big Chanel bag, but I can buy their makeup and have a little taste. Like, most companies are upwards of 40 or 50% of their total sales of what that company is actually making is on the low-priced, aspirational for the brand items. Wow. That blew me away. Tom Ford at Ulta. So it'll probably be like just in those fancy Ultas, right? You believe that? Ulta has to be catching Sephora, Rare Beauty, and Tom Ford announced. Yikes. So interesting. You guys, I went on a deep dive. I've been following this fascinating Instagram account, and I know I've been like putting it up and showing it to you guys, but I really want to break down what is going on with beauty. I'm so sick of every single video being, oh, hi, Holly, being, let's buy new products. So I had this crazy thought, and I just want to throw this out there as like red meat right now. Okay. Hermes announces that they have a new foundation. I want you to know how hard it was for me to not buy it. First of all, I looked at the colors and I couldn't figure out their color system. I got one color that I thought I was, one color that the lady on the phone told me I was, and one color that AI told me that I was. And none of them were anywhere near each other. So I'm just like kind of waiting until, you know, I see one. And then this thought came into my head. Imagine this, you guys. Am I really in the market for a new foundation right now? Well, I'm loving my Lisa Eldridge. I don't feel like any skin tint is ever going to be better, ever. Thank you, Holly. That's so sweet. Fancy Ulta sounds like an oxymoron. They really need to like get those interiors kind of looking nicer, you know? Thank you. You are not. You are not. You are not. What are you not? What did I say? Okay. You said you are not buying it. Okay. Well, I just realized that I'm not in the market for a new foundation. I love my Chantecaille that I bought. I still love my Clé de Peau Radiant Cushion Foundation. That foundation to me is just like, if I want my skin to look real perfect, that is one that I'm looking at. Or my The Foundation from Suku. I also love the Suku Skin Tint. I have it on again today because it's really rich. But it's coverage, but like not a ton of coverage. It's kind of like more than the Lisa Eldridge, but like it's so cold out. I feel like I needed protection, you know? And I'm still loving my Victoria Beckham. What else do I have out over here? Because usually they're just kind of like out. My Prada, my Le Beige. I mean, am I really in the market for another foundation? You are looking, oh, you're not looking for a new foundation. I'm a little annoyed that I don't know how to say his name, so I'll just say Greg. So we're just not going to mispronounce things. Hermes's national makeup artist told you that the shade match online works and to try it again. You did, and apparently you are a beautiful young Black woman. Felice, you've really? That is so interesting. You really are quite fair. When did you see the Hermes national makeup artist? Was it online or in person? Were you at a store? I just bought the Mario Natural Finish Foundation, still testing it out. Love NARS Light Reflecting, Victoria Beckham, and Chanel Water Fresh Tint. That's all I mainly use. I do want the Hermes foundation because you know me and my full face. Online, okay. Well, I mean, honestly, like, are any stores actually carrying it in the store? Like, is there a place to try it? Because that online tool does not work for me. And when I told the person that I was looking for a cool pink undertone, they sent me to like a warm one that said warm on it. I don't understand the colors. I don't usually watch her, but I watched Michelle Wong's video, kind of like out the side of my eye while I was doing, I don't know, making that stupid Natasha Denona video thing that I put on today. And I thought it looked nice. But I mean, at what point, like, everybody who puts it on is like, whoa, that's fragranced, which to me, it's like, it better go away because I can't stand that. I don't know. I just am like, today, I'm going to put it up here. I just kind of like want to see what you guys even think of this. Hold on. Let me reload this. I was hearing Holly in my head today, early this morning when I woke up. And I started looking at the colors of the Natasha lip gloss that was coming out. And for some reason, I realized that there were liners that were coordinated with the lip glosses, but I couldn't find a link to any new lip pencils like they were showing. So I went and looked at the old lip pencils, all the I Need a Nudes. And those are the ones that she's using for these colors. And I think it looks beautiful. I'm sure it's like a Korean thing because, you know, her foundation was from Korea and everything. But like, all I kept hearing in my head was mid. That's very mid. And then I know that she notoriously makes colors not look like their colors online. Like, they're always cooler. And I didn't buy any of it. Because I was just like, do I get the mauve? Do I get the Cleo? Do I get the lila? Is the lila like that cheap purple or the nice purple? You know, lavender. Is the mauve truly cool toned? And what about Cleo? I feel like I'm going to go and look at the lip liners to see. Michelle Wong's demo of the Hermes, she wears the same Chanel and Dior colors as you do. Yes, she demoed it this week. She had a bunch of new stuff. I can't believe she's doing makeup videos again. Wonder what happened there. Last night I ordered a spray foundation off of Amazon. God, I missed that Dior. What was it called? The one with the aerosol. It was like so excellent. When you ordered a snow slide. Imagine being able to order a foundation and a snow sled from your bed. That is where we are today in 2026. That is why I said this is the end of an era. You're exactly it. I hope it's like the old Dior foundation. I was thinking the same thing. Oh, you got to report back. I can't imagine it's that much more special than Lisa Eldridge, BBB, Prada, or Chantecaille. I mean, I just feel like they all keep going, we can be more expensive than you. No. We can be more expensive than you. Oh, stop it. We're going to make ours more. I mean, can you imagine what the LVMH one's going to be when Pat comes out with that? The spray foundation is by Jerome Alexander. I thought we were going to say something funny, like, I don't know why this just hit me, but do you guys remember Jean Naté, What a Splash? Do you guys remember that? It was like, some Jean Naté, What a Splash. That's definitely showing my age. Air Flash, that's it. It was like the thinnest, best consistency, not drying. I don't know how they did it. It hasn't snowed here in 2 years. We are expecting snow this weekend. Oh, well, Holly, you missed the part where Felice asked me if I had seen the weather forecast for Thursday for it being minus 17 here. And then Molly raised her hand and said, minus 23 degrees. That's not even wind chill. I am going to the grocery store tomorrow and I'm getting a facial, which I'm very excited about. I've not had a facial in like a year. I have a new esthetician that I'm going to. I'm very excited. She's got this like some kind of water thing that she does, and I'm very excited about it. So we'll see what happens. Well, for $150, it better give you a facelift. If it takes my jowls away, okay, I'm in. I would love it. I would love it. It is absolutely insane. And then, of course, if you're going to do a full face, you have to get the $110 primer that they have also. So there's that. I think I'd rather pay the tariff on my Suku that I love. Japanese stuff, man, it is just better in like so many ways. It's just, there are things about it that are just so much better. Can I show you guys something just kind of fun that I saw online? So Natasha said, okay, 2016, love this trend and had to share with you some of my biggest moments from the 10 years, even in the midst of her high gloss campaign. Okay. Who has the 28 pens besides me? Because I do. I still have mine. Okay. This is green brown. These were, I don't even know at the time. They were an obscene amount of money at the time. It was probably like 130 or something. And this is the blue purple, if you have never seen it. I have her original Star palette. I have the 10 pan. These back later. So she's got this one on here says number 1 and 2, the big breakthrough ND28 large eyeshadow palettes. Everything started with these two. Who has them? Let me know below. Should I do another 28 palette? That's the blue purple that I just showed you. For number 3, it says first Natasha Denona Sephora Gondola prototype. So fun. Here she is with Patrick Starr and Tren Mood official at their first launch party for Beautylish. The next one says, felt so honored when Danny Sands came over to my booth at IMATS to chat with me at Beautylish. Her first Sephora Summit. That was what she first launched at Sephora.com. Who had the sunset palette? I do. Mine doesn't look like real nice like that one either. Mine's a big mess. Says, started working on the iconic sunset palette that sold out at Sephora in 30 minutes in 2017. This is back when things actually really did sell out. Like when they really didn't make enough. Unless you were a certain person that I will not ever talk about on this channel. It's like Voldemort to me. And she would fake them because in like a week or two, they'd be back. Well, we know that how long it takes now to actually make something new. Look at this. Look. Okay. That is full blown sunset palette campaign material. Check it out. The lashes, the colors, the sculpting, the brows. Then it says, glow was always her signature finish. God, do I miss that foundation. So good. Bring it back. Okay, then the moment the room would change my life. This is the Sephora headquarters prepping for my first meeting in person with their leadership. Black is black. Oh, do I remember when she came out with this? She had the most intense black matte eyeshadow ever that didn't blend into something blue or whatever. It was the blackest black. And she had the one with the sparkles too, called like Black Gold Dust or something. The OG concealer Milky Lip. Oh, love forever. To me, these were some of my favorite looks of hers. You know, started thinking today she would never use these models again because they're all like 20 now. She had the youngest models. Here is her extreme eyeliner look. Favorite to paint, was always inspired by Sophia Loren's iconic makeup. That is one sharp, sharp line. This is the first viral image that she ever had between 2015 and 2016. She read it was the Instagram's most reposted image of the year. Wow. You know, extreme ND signature smoky eye, editorial makeup. When she decided to not only do the makeup, but also the styling and photography. And then still doing bridal makeup. Miss this so much. I just thought it was really fun to kind of like travel back in time, and people are talking so much again about glam. What do you guys think? Do you think that people are going to really go back to the full glam? Like, I feel full glam today just because of the lip. I do. I really do. I don't know, 2016 was a wild year for makeup. My daughter was really into Kylie, Jeffree Star, and all those YouTubers wasn't really into makeup then. Really? Holly, when did you take the plunge, so to speak? I feel like Tati was everybody's first. I mean, Molly, didn't we meet on Tati? Pre-controversy. 2021. Well, Holly, you're making up for lost time, aren't you? Happy 5-year anniversary. It's so crazy. that 2016 was 10 years ago. Like, I can't. I just don't know where to go with that. I really just don't. You love it. It's fun. You know, it's a great escape. Honestly, it is. So I hope it's okay that I kind of polled you guys and made sure that you all are interested in talking about makeup and beauty and different things that are happening. And it doesn't have to be, hey, this is the new thing. Is that okay? I do have one new thing that I'm going to show you, though, that for today that's not available yet. This is one of the palettes that I bought from Tavia. It's called Exotic Mirage. And it's YSL. And it is a very neutral leaning, a little bit warm, but not unwearable. Like very, very easy to wear. Like this palette is just one of those that is just going to be an easy to wear. You get your sparkles and some browns. It's like a nice, just basically beautiful brown palette. I just feel like it's one of the ones that people will actually wear. Let's see if I can zoom. There we go. So it's got the two mattes. And this is sort of like more like a metallic. And then this one is more like a topper. And the numbers on this one, I don't know when this is coming out. 310. Reminds me a lot of the brown palette, the buttons one that came out from Chanel, and also the Dolce & Gabbana. It looks like some of the colors in that. But it's a nice basic brown palette. Everyone needs some kind of escape, don't we? Don't we? I like talking the future of beauty. We have Dillard's here. Oh, I remember Dillard's. It was in Arizona. And there is never anybody in the store. I don't want to buy makeup there because I'm afraid it's expired. I just ordered everything. Yeah, there's a store we have here that I've never seen people in either, and I don't understand how they stay open. Maria, you're excited for the new VBB contour. What VB eyeshadow? Hello? What VB eyeshadow? Did I miss something today? What VBB eyeshadow? Is there like a teaser today that I didn't see? Spill. Maria, where? It's called Orchid. Oh my God, is it purples? Cool tone. Is it somewhere for me to pull and see? Did anybody post it today? How about her? Filtered or not, she looks fantastic. You see if you can find a pic. Who had it? Now I'm like Googling. All I saw today about the Beckhams was their feud. Jeez. There is some crazy shit going on with that family. When is it coming out? I mean, she has the orchid eyeliner already, right? Yes, I have the eyeliner too, Holly. You have 20 orchids. They're your babies, little babies. Speaking of VBB, where is my order from 1-9? Still hasn't shipped. I ordered the silver pencil. Wait, so did I. Mine's not here either. Oh my God, where is... I forgot that I ordered it. Wait a minute. Is there some kind of a problem? Because I ordered it literally in the nighttime the day that it launched. How do I know if it's shipped? Okay, now I'm just mad. Was it like a pre-release or something? What does it say? You have 20 orchids? What did all? I don't have it either. I think the eyeshadow will drop early Feb. Well, she better get these out first. The VBB balm is literally the only thing helping with my chapped lips. Love her balms. They are a really nice consistency, aren't they? When VBB sends you an email, what does it say? I have so many emails from her that are trying to sell me things that I can't find the one that is my order. Is that a me problem? Can't find a pic of the eyeshadow. I haven't tried her balms. We'll have to order them when I order the orchid palette. Maria is talking about it. Maria, wow. I'm excited about that. And you know what? I get excited about her stuff because she doesn't pile it on. She gives us one thing. And I like that from her. From her, it feels right. Everybody got into her slowly. Just go into your account and search for your order. Has anybody gotten theirs yet? Has anyone's? I don't even think I've seen it anywhere. Felice, I ordered the color Fleur just to test. Got it last week. It feels amazing. Ordering clear next. I love a clear lip. Okay, her clear is not a clear though. Her clear is the color changing pH thing. So don't buy it thinking that you're really getting a clear. You're going to get some of that, whatever it's called, chemical reaction. This is so weird. It just says confirmed. On January 6th. What's going on? Yeah, the pH thing bugs me too. I'll swatch them for you in a second. I have all of them. Okay, now I'm mad at Victoria Beckham a little bit. The pH change. Oh, here, let me grab. What? Okay, this is Fleur that you're talking about. Let me wipe off my hand. How many colors are there? Because I think I only have 3. Because one of them's like an orangey brown. Somebody just double check that for me. The one that I love is the dark one. Cassis. And then I also have Colette. So this is the pink. Here. Do a demonstration since I'm not that into my cherry cola. I know, the tea is unbelievable. BBB takes forever with shipping. I think that somebody said that she used to have a warehouse here, but now she doesn't. Like, I think that in her financial readjustment that she talks about, like on her documentary, maybe they got rid of their shipping hub here. You and Brooklyn both. The tea about Brooklyn and his family is piping hot. BBB is quick to ship to you. Well, we're going to move in with you. Okay, so this is the pink. And you'll see it does feel excellent, but you'll start to see my lips will get pinker and pinker as we sit here. She ships from Jersey. What's she doing with all of our stuff? What is she doing? We're going to move to New Zealand. We're going to come to your house and we're going to watch you get beautiful. And then we're going to play with all the animals. It'll be so fun. It'll be like a field trip. She ships from Jersey. The pink bomb is very pretty. It is, but as you can see, it's not clear. It doesn't stay clear. It's got nice cushion though. Like my lips are super chapped and I'm like, yummy. It's yummy, yummy. I'll try on the other ones for you also that I have. I think that there's only 4. I think. It's really weird that she hasn't shipped any of those out. Did you guys see that Marlene Estelle has a line coming out of expensive eyeshadows after she obviously is going to be using her formula from Makeup Geek? I don't get it. Okay, the lip balm comes in Fleur, which is a rose pink, Colette, which is a poppy red, Cassis, a blackberry. Oh, there's Glacé, a nourishing clear with buildable shine. I wonder if that one's over there. But this is the pink. See how it's like getting pinker? Field trip to New Zealand. I'm in. We're all coming to your house. Coming in. Was Makeup Geek any good? The shadows were nice, but it was more of a like a drugstore priced item, right? I mean, it was like accessible during the makeup artist phase. Wouldn't you say it was more like a Morphe? Weigh in, Maria. Yes. The formulas were good, but she's going to put out some really expensive stuff. Looks really pretty. I'm happy to show it to you, everybody, if we would like to see it. I just think it's interesting that she's doing pre-sales on it. It was good, but probably too over the top for you now. Yeah. It's funny. I was looking at the palette that's exclusive to Nordstrom, the YSL one. Let me pull it up. You guys know the one I'm going to pull up. Here, I'm going to take this down. Pull this up. Okay, so here is the palette. Called Glimmery Lust. Glimmery Lust. And it made me feel like I had to grab my mini Starlet palette. How many of you guys have this little baby at your house? How much does this color story reminiscent, at least, of what this one looks like? And actually, you guys, the cool tone taupe in here is stunning. And the sparkle is holy crap. So here, let me put myself back for a second. So here's the palette. It looks more brown, but this has like a pinky kind of a hue to it. Okay, minus this color. It's definitely like that same kind of vibe. It just reminded me that when you immediately see a palette, my new game that I play with myself is called, what do I have that's like that in my house? It's a fun game because, God, I don't remember what I've bought. But I do try to play the game. And in the end, the packaging kind of got me on this one. And I love the formula. And I haven't really bought any eyeshadows in a while. It's been a while. At least since I bought the Suku. Stop it, because it's coming back in a big way. We're all going to be wearing full glam again. You have that ND palette. It's so pretty. She did so many Valentine ones, you guys. I can just look at the pinks and pick them out. I mean, come on. You tell me you can't put a Valentine look together with her. You can't even read it anymore. Mini candy something. I think it was this was the one that had the highlighter with the shaky thing. Remember, with the glitter that was like a snow globe, but it was an eyeshadow. I was thinking, oh wait, hold on. I had the wrong palette, you guys. Mini Starlet is the one that I was thinking of. I'm like, yeah, here we go. Okay. I'm feeling a little bit better about myself right now. Like, wow, that was interesting with that really heavy duty one. This palette is so much like it. There are just so many options. How about mini rose? Okay, you tell me that this is not totally similar. I'm going there. I'm not talking about dupes. I'm talking about things that we already own. Look at those colors. Who's got this? Mini rose. That is the color story. I'm so excited for the Chanel Town collection. Me too. That's why I wrote what I wrote, you guys. So this is going to be exclusive to boutiques, Nordstrom, and Chanel.com, at least in the United States. So if you would like the number or name of either mine or Felice's person, if this is seriously something that you want, I can tell you just from hearing buzz that the highlighter is going to go first. That's going to be the hard thing to get. And they made this their LeBlanc, which isn't LeBlanc anymore. And they're making this a real tight release because I think what Chanel is thinking is if we're going to keep putting out a lot of product, we're going to have to make some of it hard to get so that we can get people to buy faster. And I know that's like a disgusting thought, but it's marketing. And in this economy, they're all fighting for our dollars and they are going to be pulling shit like that. I'm saying shit a lot tonight. Same, Holly, the denim highlighter is haunting you. Me too. It's going to be great collection finally. And Felice loves the denim little bag. And Holly was saying she was going to put her little earbuds in it. Ooh. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. Anyway, I think this is a really pretty palette, but I don't think it's necessary because I think that everybody can find a couple of pinks and some sparkles, right? Thank you, Holly. All right, so that brings me to some things that I thought we could talk about tonight that aren't just about the actual makeup that we want, except should we look at the denim really fast? Because I kind of want to. I want to look at it together. Let me pull up my personal stash of photos that I keep putting into. I'm like the lady who keeps saying, don't do it. And then I just keep showing you more of it. Okay, here we go. I'm leaving the stage for this. So I want this to be, You can't hear me when I'm not there? Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Somebody tell me. Did I mess it up? Okay, good. What I was saying is that I can't believe that that's Vanessa Paradis and Johnny Depp's daughter that's old enough to be in a campaign that we can look at and want to buy. She had like 10 bags picked out. They said for someone to call Mr. Depp. Was she something to see? You can hear me now. Thank you, thank you. The highlighter is unreal, but the quads look so pretty too. Unpredictable formula, however, Blue Bomb looks gorgeous. Let's get there. Yeah, everybody's going to want that one on the top. Which, you know what? The blue one from Guerlain is delightful and so hydrating. The light blue. Yeah, but it's just, these are very pretty. Very wearable. I really love when they don't do pink with the light blue. I love when they do like that kind of peachy color. Color mascara is here to stay. You guys, I'm wearing brown mascara today. My son told me that my eyelashes looked messy. I was like, well, thanks. He's like, well, they do. They're like all over the place. Thank you, honey. Love Vanessa and Chanel birdcage advertisement from the 90s. Yeah. What a beautiful woman. So Parisian. This liner is not impressing me. I don't generally love that skinny liner. I like the fat one. You're not going to do blue mascara. You mean again, right? We're not going to do it again because that's why we don't do the trends these days. We don't want to do it again. Okay, I'm sorry. But why is that just so cute? You know what I didn't know? Rebecca, I was literally just going to say, I did not know that Guerlain's denim was from, what do they call it? Upcycled denim. Like the tops and stuff was sustainably made. This is cute though. Rebecca. Hi, baby. Can't do blue mascara either. It would look crazy. Yeah, I'm looking for a winey color. One of the liners is a re-promote blue metal, which you already have. How is it, Maria? Hello, Rebecca. Yep, upcycled denim. All right, well, let's get to the meat of the matter here. Here is, this looks much more pigmented than I thought it would, honestly. Oh, I want it. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm dead over those top two shades and that bottom shade. And I don't know how the yellow is going to go with it, but you know, I'm going to try. It's a beautiful shade. Rebecca, have you heard anything about the Orchid palette from Victoria Beckham coming out? It's a must-have. Oh, I mean, it's just insane. Okay, this one also speaks to me in so many ways that I wanted this one too. I just don't have anything like this. That I can tell you for sure. There is nothing in my collection that looks like that. You like the second quad with the pink. It's interesting how every time they do a white, it always has some kind of chunks in it. There must be something about white that is hard to do, unless, of course, you're Guerlain and you throw it in that crazy palette that they did that Rebecca had shown the other day. Cool toned, eek. Yes, I heard something orchid coming from BBB. Did you hear the gossip with her son? Yes, we were just talking about that. Maria, you would look pretty with the blue mascara. I have blue eyes, so it would be too matchy-matchy. I used to wear this bright, light blue eyeliner in the inside of my eyes. I can remember going to the mall, which we're going to talk about eventually. This is very pretty. Okay, like, I need that little case thing. Is that the little holder for the lotion, or is that what the eyeshadow is going to come in? I need to know. They're both beautiful palettes, and I just feel like you could mix and match all of them. And I love that they're more true to what Chanel kind of would do. All right, you guys, let us all rejoice. Raise your hand if you're buying this. I don't even know. The stitching on here is so cool. You'll give it a try. The eyeshadow have denim sleeves. Oh my God. The pouch, that'll be like the first pouch that I don't throw away. Those things drive me nuts. I'm like, do I keep it? Do I not keep it? Do I keep it? Do I not keep it? And I can't keep it. That hooked us with the pouch. I mean, seriously, is that really all that it took? Like, okay, a little tiny denim pouch, please. Nope, not putting blue on my face. Okay, who said you have to put it on your face? Ask Rebecca. Everything is a face palette. Right, Rebecca? I'm thinking about using this on my eyes. I'm thinking about collarbones. Getting a little shine. Oh, I can't type. I'm so excited. I throw away all the pouches but the special ones. Yes. I wonder if Chanel blue highlighter will be similar to the Dior one. I wonder if it's going to be similar to the one that we just had. Where is that big boy? There was more of like a sparkle to it, I think. This is like a sign to not be doing this. Okay, just if anyone's counting. I'm about to give up. This one is much more iridescent. The Lumiere de Ocean. I've never worn this on my cheeks, only on my eyes. And you look at it up close, it's got like the iridescent blue kind of purple shift. It's very pretty, but it's definitely different from that. And it's just a totally different kind of product. This one looks much more not metallic. I don't know what the word would be. Everything is a face palette. Yes, it is. I hope it's not just glitter chunks. I know. It doesn't look like it. If anything, I think people are going to go, it's chalky. It's too chalky. That's what I think is going to happen. I have an 8-inch stack of those pouches. I know, it's like, do you sew them into a blanket? Like, what do you do? I can't throw out the velvet pouch for anyone. You're sweeter than me. I can't stand like when things get stuck together. I said to myself, no more Chanel this year. And now I'm all the Chanel. But you were just not into the Chanel when Chanel was not acting like Chanel. I feel like somebody must have put the fear of God into them, because they're coming out with some nice stuff right now compared to what we've been seeing. Make a quilt. That's it. You make a quilt of all the Chanel pouches and pass it on to the other women in your family that consume makeup. Yes. Good idea. It's funny how like this color and this color look entirely different from each other. Like this is like faded blue jeans, and this has a little more of that, almost like a periwinkle vibe. You could make it art. We want to see it. You could probably sell those on Etsy for a whole bunch of money. All right, let's look at her in the entirety. Tell me what you're getting, what you're not getting, guys. What you're falling for, what you're not falling for. Okay, love the stitching. Love the embossing. We love the denim. Which is the cuter palette? Which is our favorite here? I love the fact that I'm sitting here looking at the picture without you. There we go. I am the worst person at this job. It's just beyond. I can talk about things and no one says anything. Like, at least the kids used to yell at me during COVID, you're on mute. You like it better than the Guerlain denim. So suspicious. Both did denim. Denim's huge. It's making a huge, huge, huge comeback this year. Denim on denim. Like you can wear a denim top with denim bottoms, like a denim jacket with denim pants, mixing and matching colors. Crazy. For sure getting lotion and blue balm. Same, Holly. Felice, you're going to have to get the nails then too, because you have to have the full hand of Chanel. Like Justin and Brittany. Aww. They are really pretty, guys. Can't deny it. And I feel like there's something for everybody in this little collection. But it's going to be really important to, I don't like to say this, but to be ready to buy it when you find it, because it's only going to be Nordstrom boutiques and Chanel.com. And we know that Chanel.com will sell out very quickly because the boutiques will likely not get a ton of it, or at least enough to start a craze. Who knows? Maybe after Nordstrom has sold it for a while, they'll put it in some other stores. We have no idea. But it's a pretty collection, huh? And those are the Tom Ford. The hand cream. Oh, I love the little CC on the little zipper pull. Oh, they were matching denim. I remember that picture. My boutique has a new manager and she won't let it go before launch date of 2/18. Wow. Felice, what are you doing on 2/18? You want to have a date? Stunning. It is a pretty collection. I'm glad I restrained myself with the Rouge Noir and didn't get too much. Look how fun. Can you guys even imagine blue nails when we were 20? I just don't even think there was blue nail polish because it wasn't like a thing. Now it's like, oh, blue. This is a different blue. Very fun. Very sparkly. Very maximalist. Okay. I want to just show you. This, oh, by the way, my lips are totally pink now because of that stuff that shows you. Okay. Yeah, pink. This is the blue from Guerlain that looks like it's a blue with the sparkles, but it goes on and it will color change. But this Kiss Kiss formula is Kiss Kiss Delicious. Felice, I've heard all the boutiques are doing this for the denim collection. Oh, really? Really? Jackie will pull it off me, but she can't sell it. Well, at least you know you're going to get it. It's good then. Yeah, as long as you know you're going to get one. But if you don't already have the Guerlain, or you like the Guerlain lip products, Rebecca will tell you, like, they're like her favorite. This actually does help with chapped lips in the wintertime. This is a serious balm, you know. The Victoria is a little bit stiffer, but then when it goes on finally and you get it going, it's good stuff. Got the mascara again. That looks just like way overexposed. It's hard to tell like what color it is here. This too, like these pictures aren't very helpful. Let's see if I have any more. Okay, is this the same again? No. Those lip colors are very pretty, very springy. The manager of my Chanel boutique was promoted to director of all the West Coast stores. The essays miss her terribly. The new manager is the pits. I feel so bad for them. Ugh. Well, my guy will be happy then because that'll be his new boss. I like the non-pink eyeshadow palette. Okay. Especially with these lips. I like 280s. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a great looking everything. Do you guys remember the Mediterranean palette? And it was like very, like very metallic, but very sheer. That's what I'm picturing this formula to be like. Love the formula of those lippies. Oh, it's so good. I'm so happy sitting here with it on right now. I mean, they're both really pretty palettes. I don't think that you can. Blue had such a weird trip coming back. People with the blue eyeshadow, it's like orange blush, you know, like, or bronzer. You know, nobody wanted to do it till they did. It took a long time though. Stunning. I could just leave it like that and look at it every day and go, oh, that's so pretty. It is a great, stunning collection. And fun, you know? It's fun. I like that. I like a deep, almost navy. Other blues look cheap on me. Okay, so Molly and I have fantasized about this for years with Natasha, okay? She did the gold palette. She did the bronze palette. We want the silver or the platinum palette. We want navy. We want silver. We want like taupes. We want depth of color, like even like a deep, like wine color with it. It would just be so amazing. Do you guys remember the Makeup by Mario palette that he did with ABH? I will never throw this away for as long as I live. This is the oldest palette I think that I have. This was the Mario Master palette. And it was with ABH. This will just give you an idea of the pigment. I can't do all of them, but I'll do as many fingers as I have. It was such a stunning palette. Still is. Something like that would be nice. And if Natasha did that, like in her newer formula, oh, I have my grandma's blue eyeshadow from the 80s. It's really pretty. Of course, I would never use it, but I like to look at it and think of her. Oh. I look at blue eyeshadow and I think of myself in the 80s. Okay. Ah, how did we get here? Okay. I need to take a 2-minute break, and then we are going to go through some interesting things that I have been digging up on the internet about the state of beauty, if you guys are interested. Yay or nay? All right, I'll leave the chat going. I'm going to put it on mute for a second. I'm going to run and go to the bathroom, and I'll be right back. And if you want, I will swatch these for you. And also I had asked online if people wanted to see Magnetic Mauve versus Daydream. If anybody's here from that group and wants to, I'll sit and put on eyeshadow while we're chit-chatting. Okay, I'll be right back. Thank you. I had to let Sunny out. Okay. Oh, it's kind of flat. Oh, what did I miss here? My goodness. Okay. It's cold, man. Just letting him out was cold. Okay. Okay, we're starting with the death of the mall. I think we've all been seeing the malls, maybe not the Mall of America, but the malls in America are definitely disappearing. It's getting kind of freaky. All these empty buildings everywhere, and all of our favorite stores are gone. I mean, shopping used to be like this major social event. It was like you'd go to meet your friends, you'd go to the food court, you'd flirt with the guys, people would hang out. It was like a destination. It was something to do. Your mom and dad would drop you off at the mall. You'd be with your friends for a while, and pass the time. It's just like what we did. And anytime there was a special occasion or something going on, you go to one of the department stores. I can remember, like, okay, we need to get new stuff for school, or, bathing suits for a vacation, or whatever it was. You went to the department store. You didn't know what was going to be there. When you got there, you would find out and you'd pick something out from what they had. Shopping now has gotten like hyper specific. For a while, you were able to Google things. Every answer to everything was we should just Google it. Let's Google it. We'll find it. We'll Google it. Now, you get a readout of every single place that has that item and how much it costs at every place in real time, to the point that you can take your phone and show it to the person at Nordstrom and say, it's on sale here, and they'll meet the price. It's a completely different experience going to department stores now. And I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, but I go, and Nordstrom is kind of like the store that's lasted. The Neiman Marcus that's by my house is so sad. It's just the saddest place ever. I think the death of malls started before COVID, and I think the nails in the coffin was definitely COVID. Because even though young people, I'm going to say younger, really, probably the millennials, they were kind of more comfortable with online shopping before COVID. But once COVID hit, everybody got everything on their computers, and you could lay in bed at night. Like, what did you say you bought, Holly? Some foundation and a sled or a toboggan? Is that what you said? I can't remember now. It was something wintry. I mean, it's crazy. And not only that, but the fact that you can order something from Victoria Beckham 5 weeks ago and it's not here, but if we order it from Amazon, it could be like out front before you wake up in the morning. A sled. Yeah. Do you guys, I mean, like, I have the best memories of going to the mall, of, like going and getting like one of those big lip smackers at Sears, or the kissing potion with the little roller ball on the top. Most of the time we just like went to the food court and we like hung out. We were mall rats, walk around, go in the stores, check out the guys, see what's going on. Yeah, lived at the mall. I don't know what they're going to do with them now, but some places are turning them into like medical centers, or they're converting them into apartments, or they're tearing them down. I've seen some gyms. I've seen some colleges move into some of them. Retail is a very hard place to be right now. Brick and mortar stores are struggling. And everybody wants the convenience of sitting down and ordering all your stuff and getting it delivered. It is really a nice thing, but it is also what has killed everything else. And there's such a part of us, I think, our generation, that wants to hold on to all of that stuff because it's comforting, and we like to go shopping. Like I said to Felice, we need to get together and have lunch and go shopping. Like that's still a thing. Maybe we're not going to lay out in the sun anymore, but definitely shopping. When younger people go shopping now, they're not there to look around and see. They're there very specifically to pick something up that they've researched because their influencers have shown them what they should be buying. And it's really not that different from what our trends were, except for they are so fast and furious now. It's sad for kids that there's no Toys R Us. I mean, I know. The one that's by our house is by the place where I get like jewelry and stuff, and it's just, I can't believe it's gone. You know, I can't believe Toys R Us. Toys R Us. Target is struggling. I mean, it's weird. I think that the problem with department stores, what they're saying is that the footprint is huge. The overhead is massive. We all know that there have been staffing things really problematically over the past few years. I went by my childhood mall last week and it looked like a creepy, abandoned liminal warehouse. And I know, it's so incredibly sad. We went for the sake of going, for the experience of going to the mall to be with our friends. And now these stores that are successful are producing these experiences for people to come into so that they can put them on social media and share their experience with everybody. People want to be, not people, younger people, I should say, need for the shopping to be like an Instagrammable moment. Same, old malls are scary now. There's pictures of an old mall that they tore down over here that like my family and I were looking at the other day, and we were dying. But the skating rink came back. They tried to make it into a classic car museum. Didn't work out. Maybe there's hope. I love skating rinks. I'm getting back into skating. Researching a pair to order. I used to speed skate. I used to figure skate. Spent endless weekends at the mall. Had to make sure we had a quarter to call for a ride. Oh my gosh. Or call, collect, and hang up so our parents knew that it was time to come and get us. Yes. Don't accept the collect call. Don't accept it. Yeah. Our parents just didn't even know where we were. I mean, now everybody's got their kids on like Life 360. Your dream was to figure skate. If you had grown up in the town that I live in, if you were a boy, you played hockey, and if you were a girl, you figure skated. It was not optional. It was religion. But you had no ice. Well, we have plenty of it here right now if you'd like to come by. It's going to be minus 23 for Molly for like 2 days. I don't even know what that means. So the luxury department stores had really become, they were like the gatekeepers of all things luxury. If you made it, if your product made it to Neiman Marcus or Saks or Bonwit Teller or, you know, a million of these luxury stores. Magnan. I don't even remember what people remember from what the stores were back then. Lord and Taylor was lovely then. Marshall Fields was lovely. Bergdorf's, Barney's. I mean, yes. You do have to warm up your car for 45 minutes before you leave the house. Tissue warmers in cars are really good. For most stores, when you walked in, beauty was like that entryway. And that was very purposeful. You know, they'd put it by the shoes and the bags. And you'd have to go upstairs or down, you know, to get to clothing usually. 30 to 50% of luxury brands' revenue right now comes from beauty, fragrance, and the things that are entry level. Like I was saying earlier, like I can't afford to buy a Chanel purse, but I did order another one of these, by the way, the Fluid Illuminator, before it goes away, because I love it. I can't help it. I love it. It's the best. Service merchandise. I remember that. Do you guys remember the commercials? Oh my God. How about when the Sears catalog would come with the toys? I mean, big, right? Stores after COVID, when all of those supply chains were broken, it's like they became a skeleton of it, what it was. Sears catalog. I read a comment from a fragrance buyer who said that the department store wouldn't let him smell an expensive fragrance because he was just going to buy it at a discount store anyway. That's a great way to get somebody to not shop at your store ever again. Wow. I remember we were in Malibu when Ryan was really little, and there was a James Purse store. And if you guys don't know who that is, he made fancy t-shirts and fancy comfy Malibu style clothing. And he was running around. They had the big fish tank outside, and Dory, you know, from Little Mermaid was there in their tank, and he was running around. They had a ping pong table, and he and Rick were playing ping pong. And I was taking pictures and videoing, and they came outside and they said, "Excuse me, but you cannot take photographs anywhere in front of our store." What? I can't take a photograph outside of your store. Anyway, this is why some people looked at those stores like that. Snobby. Yes. Okay, you can come back when you can. Don't worry. We'll be here. So things started to decline before the e-commerce stuff happened, and luxury kind of goes in cycles. You remember how they started talking about the lipstick effect again, and it never really happened. It just sort of all collapsed. And what's happened now is prestige is been hit pretty hard. That mid-tige that we're talking about all the time, guess what's doing the best? Mid. Mid is doing better than Luxe and better than drugstore right now. I know. Mid is in the mid. It's at the top. Bummed to be missing part of the convo since my entire career was in retail. Felice, we will talk about this more than once. Believe me. And I'm not going to get through all of this tonight because it's almost 10 o'clock anyway. So don't worry. We'll do it together. I'll make you come on with me. Yes. Who's ready for us to finally take this to the Zoom level? I think we have to Zoom. I really do. Okay. I want to show you guys a really great account. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I post a lot of their stuff because I just find their stuff completely fascinating. These two are both out of Canada. And they have a podcast and they're on YouTube. Her name's Camille Moore, and I can't think of his name right now, but I will. And it's Third Eye Insights, and they work with brands on different things with, branding. This is the man that they say how one man killed 4 retailers. And I think that this is a really interesting take on what's happening in the world right now. So Saks filed for Chapter 11 this week, as you guys know, or last week. And the headlines would blame a weak luxury consumer or the death of the department store. But Richard Baker, that's the man that you see in the picture, has run this playbook 4 times before, okay? Here's some stores, and if there's anybody from Canada here, you're going to be upset too. Lord & Taylor, Hudson Bay, Zellers, and Galleria Kothoff. Same playbook and the ending every time. It's a case study on how one man killed 4 retailers and what brands need to learn about who controls their distribution. This is very, very fascinating. So, I have to look at this on my screen. Hang on. I don't have my glasses, so I hope some of you guys have started following this, but what he does in just a very succinct way is he buys these brands, these companies, these chains of stores that are in trouble. And he's not looking at the store, he's looking at the real estate. Where is that store? What land is that store on? Do they own the land that the store is on? And how valuable is that land? So basically, these were all real estate transactions and not retail recovery or recuperation or re-whatevering they're doing, re-upping any of these businesses. So a lot of times these were companies that had a really hard time with scaling and just keeping inventory and having enough people coming through their stores. And these companies started looking, oh geez, no music. By late 2025, the company that pretended like they were going to save Neiman Marcus filed for bankruptcy. So this is what he does. He buys a retailer with valuable real estate. He sells the flagship, all the buildings, and spins off all the property assets, and then loads the company with incredible debt, which is why nobody was getting paid from Saks or Neiman's. And they extract whatever value they can, and they exit with Chapter 11 so that their penalties are just like, oh, sorry, we're not doing that. They are dealing in real estate, and they are stealing jobs and lives, and it's really, really awful. He is a real estate tycoon. He is not a retail person. But he's just one example of these ultra wealthy people who want to get ultra wealthier, and they don't care how they do it. So the pattern here is buy a company, sell off the land, starve the business of all of its people that are supposed to be filling it up, not paying them, not getting rid of that, not doing any of that, filing Chapter 11, and then they don't have to pay that. And they've taken care of the real estate. They've made their money, and they're out. And then we're out of stores. And the problem that we're facing right now is that we don't have a lot of options anymore. It used to be that there was healthy competition out there. Gordon Gekko of retail. Oh, good. That is so perfectly placed. That is such an accurate, just absolute description. It's heartless. It's all hostile takeover by private equity. They do this to everything. I agree. Do you think our Justice Department's going to do anything about this right now? They're not. But what's happening is, the good news is Nordstrom, thank you, Nordstrom, they were so sick and tired of hearing about how horrible their numbers were and having to go in quarterly and say what they owed and blah, blah, blah. They were like, you know what, we're buying the company back. And they keep a lot of that behind a curtain now. And I will say, I still remember a time when Nordstrom's people who worked there were not on commission. And there was a much warmer feel when everybody was your person, as opposed to now when you kind of feel like, they're coming and getting you. But we have Nordstrom, and Nordstrom is not being controlled by anybody else. Then we have the Macy's Bloomingdale's thing, and this is really interesting. I mean, how many of you were just a little bit hearing that Tom Ford was at Ulta, but also hearing that Hermes was at Macy? I mean, kind of weird, right? Kind of a weird choice. I think of them as Estee Lauder would be their top. They wouldn't have Sisley, they wouldn't have Chantecaille, they wouldn't have La Prairie, La Mer. Just a weird choice. And so what's happening is they are, in fact, trying these different things to see what's going to bring people in. And what is going to bring people in also is a lot of what we're seeing with the small drops at one retailer, like how we just found out that that's a Nordstrom exclusive. This one will be exclusive to this store. Maybe not Saks right now because everybody was already, they were an already happened kind of situation. Holly, do you want me to put on the red or the purple? Because I need some lip. You want to pick one? Okay, red. Okay. We're going red. It's kind of like a cherry. This one feels so good because when you put it on at the beginning, you don't have really like the slippy slip, but I kind of like that because it's there. You know, it's there. It's just a very pretty, like, your lips but better kind of a red. Like, I don't wear red and I like it. Feels good. Okay, so we have the bad people. We have the people that are taking all of our stuff. And let me see, where was I? Lost my place. Oh, okay. So what we have now, and they're desperately trying to find out how they can bring in business. So like Macy's working to get Hermes. I mean, both of those companies had to make that decision together. I can't see Hermes being like real pumped up about it, but that's also Bloomingdale's and it's also Bluemercury, and that's like one thing. Violet Gray recently purchased Detox Market. If you're not familiar with Detox Market, it's basically like a credo. It's clean beauties. You know, if we still have that in 2026, but they think that they do. I'll do the purple and like after this one like wears in for a quick sec. So I want you to see the color. It has to like develop. Department stores are basically splitting into tiers right now. And the most important traffic right now is, guess where? It's beauty. Because beauty is the thing that is keeping these heritage, huge brands afloat right now, accounting for 30 to 50% of the money that they're making so that they can still put on the show for all of us. They can still have, you know, runway fashion, and they can still have couture, and they can still have all of that because we are out here buying the lippy. And the good thing about that for us is that any store that's out there will probably continue to still sell beauty. But as you're seeing with Ulta and Sephora kind of turning into the same store with like a side of Walgreens, CVS, you know, on the Ulta side. I don't know what it's like, Maria, for you guys, if you've lost any big retailers. In the UK, I know they have, but they still have Harrods, obviously. They still have Selfridges, and there's some other ones, Liberty London. They've had ones go under also. What's starting to happen now is that we want two different things. Gen X wants to go shopping. We want to try things on. We want to be there with somebody trying things on, or we just want to go try on all the jeans because we hate jeans and they look horrible. And if I have to go try them on, I just want to go and do it and be done with it and come back. Now, a lot of people are just ordering, like, okay, I'm guilty of this. What's the shoe company that ships in like one day? I can't think. Whatever it's called. I would order like 5 pairs of shoes, and I'd make sure it was in the middle of my credit card rotation of not getting the bill. And I would try them all on, and then thank you, Felice, Zappos, and I would send them all back. Now they're going to be charging restock fees and limiting the time that we have to make returns. And this is only going to get worse because pretty soon, if one company decides, no, you know what, we're not going to take makeup back anymore, because that's what they do like in Europe. I'm sorry, but I have like a dog hair stuck to me always. I think that we all want what we want, and we want it fast, and we want it now. And there are things that I completely get. Like, I love the fact that, like, no matter what we need, I can get it within a day or two, except during COVID when all the supply chains broke. The department stores right now are dying. And it's a real crapshoot when it comes to deciding what to do with your brand when you're approached by big stores. Go Beauty. Smith & Caughey's closed down last year. It was a beautiful luxury store. Felice is back. The closest Sephora to Memphis, which is 3 hours away. I have an Ulta that's 30 minutes away, and you really love it. Of course you do. And now you're going to get all these other brands. That's like amazing. Amazing. Zappos. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I couldn't return crappy makeup. If you couldn't return it, crappy makeup, you'd be pissed. Yes. Except VBB. Yes, I was just going to say that. VBB has been approached by Sephora many times. She's been courted. Literally, they want her there so bad they can't even stand it. And she is an absolutely say no person to this. And it's not a bad thing that she's saying no to this. Also, on this same podcast, they spoke about, remember when Pat McGrath did those weird faces? I think it was at the John Galliano show, and they all looked like dolls, and they had like the sprayed face, and it was like a doll face. Does everybody remember this? She did not make that product for like a year. She missed the mark on that completely. She could have made a killing on it. People want to take the runway to their house right now. You better be ready, because the internet is super fast. And if you don't find a way to get that item into people's hands, somebody else is going to do it. And weirdly, the makeup artist, I can't think of her first name, Parsons, she does like all that vintage makeup. She worked for Pat. She came up with a solution using some kind of some whatever it was, and then it was over. And when she came out with her glass skin thing, like, remember, you couldn't find it anywhere, and everybody was asking, like, was it good? And yes, it's good, but it came out like a year too late. Seizing the moment these days has to come with your idea. So if you're going to present something now, to Gen Z, you got to be ready at the time that you introduce it to meet the need. That's a very big risk. Where it is, for us, it was like, here is what the runway is going to look like. And then the people would see what was on the runway and go to their stores and have little conversations and say, okay, we're going to do that color blue, and we're going to make palazzo pants, and we're going to do the puffy sleeve or whatever it is. And it was slow. Now you have to be thinking ahead. You also have to be like VBB and be very strategic. The end game for obviously all of these people who play is to make it huge, right? I think that Danessa is still loving what she does. I think Natasha is still loving what she does. I don't think either one of them is itching to sell right now. But Mario is. And Rhode just sold. And this was a really interesting, hold on. It makes, there we go. So VBB says no, and I think this is why. They all dream, take this off. They all dream of getting bought out and become bazillionaires like the people that they've serviced for so many years. I love it. Lady Beckham says, no, we have Sephora here, but Mecca is the major Australian, New Zealand one that specializes in luxury makeup and skincare. It's $1 billion company now. I used to watch Martina Lilly, and she'd talk about Mecca. She quit making videos, though. Oh, I remember her. She had a great, great accent. I'm going to have to hop off again. Oh, Felice, I'm so sorry. Okay, so here we have Mario and we have Rhode. And the whole article that they have here and the whole podcast is about the fact that Rhode came out with some lip balms, and she did like those lip pencil-y things that didn't really stay on people's lips too long. And she put some skincare out, and that was it. And you had to go direct to consumer. So she had a name, she had a vibe, she had a tribe of people that were following her, and she had nothing but room to grow. They could take her internationally. They could put her into different stores. The potential income was so built into that $1 billion that Elf paid. And the first day that they were in Sephora was the biggest single day launch of any brand ever in the history of Sephora. They made $10 million in one day on Rhode. One day. With Mario, I'm not even going to talk about this last like silly slime thing that he did, but if you think about Makeup by Mario, he is, to me, like your very typical Sephora brand. It sits right in the middle. He did everything right. He put out every product that he was supposed to. Like, if you wanted a liquid, he did a liquid. If you wanted a powder, he did a powder. You know, he did all the things that he was supposed to do. And his revenue went up and 30% every year. And he's supposed to get to $250 million now. And he was international. They took him like to Sephora Middle East and all this stuff. He has like, there's a ceiling, okay? But with Rhode, it was all open. His valuation in terms of getting acquired is not as attractive to a big company because they're not buying the brand for the money that they've already made. They're buying the brand for the money that they can potentially make with the brand. Mario really would have to, start vibing into skincare or something. I don't even know, because he's created so many products. He's got a full line. Road had nothing but open road for it to go. She had nothing, and that was the point. What she had was her and her tribe and her vibe and people who followed, and everything sold out, and she controlled it all from direct to consumer. And that is why she got to be the $1 billion brand. That is why she got to be the hero brand to e.l.f., because they're not paying for things that we are already giving them. They're paying for what's ahead. So Mario's ceiling is going to have to open a little bit. He's going to have to figure out a way to still sell his business, even though he has maximized his business. And his amazing execution has created a business with less acquisition value than another brand that has empty SKUs left, if that makes sense to you guys. It's a weird thing to think about, because when you think about how much Mario's done, you'd think, well, he deserves to make a lot more money than she did. What did she make? Some lip gloss. You know what I'm saying? It is interesting, isn't it? I'm telling you, this was some deep diving that I was doing on the internet. What it means for us. Sephora has been hatching brands for a long time. And if you've noticed, and we've talked about it, a lot of these brands are brands that are MUA, conception. MUA, makeup artist to the stars, whatever it is, coming out with the brand. We've got Hung, we've got Mary Phillips, we've got Mario, we've got Natasha, we've got Danessa, we've got Charlotte, we've got, you could keep going, right? So all these makeup artists are the ones that have this out there. Look at Westman Atelier. Westman Atelier right now, first of all, loving the contour, by the way, loving. She's got a lot of reach, a lot of SKUs, a lot of stores, but she still has room to grow. When you think about her eyeshadows and like how kind of they are, I wonder why she hasn't done that. I think she did the thing with the contours very smartly, because she does need to be for everyone. I think that that's a really important message in 2026. And I think that the Gen Z generation coming up isn't going to have it any other way. They don't care. She's gorgeous and everyone wants to look like her. That's how she sold for $1 billion. She needs to move on from Justin. It's wild, isn't it? So Mario went too fast with all his products. Interesting, because he wanted all his stuff. Well, he may have been offered money that he wasn't willing to take. Like, we'll never know what went on behind the scenes. But when you are in Sephora, you are contracted with them to be bringing out SKUs. A lot of times they tell you what you're bringing out. They tell you what colors to do. These new brands that come out, you see that they do a peach and a pink and a coral and a red, or whatever it is. It's like there's so much sameness. And that's why I think when House Labs came, House Labs was like, we're going to be the anti that. Like, we're just going to bring out really interesting colors and make them weird, and you're going to like it. Vibes are vibing. Westman, Victoria Beckham, and Lisa Eldridge taking it slower. Yes. Let's look at all these, okay? Lisa Eldridge literally started her company on one lipstick. I have it, even though I don't wear red. I had to buy it. Red Ribbon Velvet Lipstick. That was her first and only SKU. And every time that she got money for that, she would take that money and put it back into the business to continue developing. And she's really come a long way. She's got foundation, she's got skin tint, she's got liners, she's got a mascara, she's got eyeshadow palettes, you know, she's got some skincare. She's really done this on her own and really kept a lot of the special details, you know, the packaging that she did for holiday, and you know, her innovative formulas are just amazing. And I have to tell you guys, I had never tried this before. This is the mist from her. Where has this been? You know how she talks about in her highlighter that there's a thing in it called like Film X? This has it in it. When you spray, which by the way feels amazing because it's super hydrating, you start to feel, I'm not going to say it feels tight because it doesn't feel tight, but everything sort of feels better. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's a look or a feel or a what. There's definitely like, not a stiffness, but like a hug. Do I think Lisa Eldridge has ever been approached to go into Sephora? Absolutely. Sephora wants anybody who's making money. Lisa had a hard time just agreeing to go into like Selfridges, which for her is, you know, that was a way for her to go internationally without having to go internationally, you know? Victoria keeps saying no. I believe, and we won't know because it's, again, a private company or whatever, but I absolutely think so. Lisa Eldridge has specs, ingredients, and I swear it's magic dust. She won't say it does anything too specific, but she knows it's special, I bet. She does. She's amazing because she is a working makeup artist. She is the global director at Lancome for how long? I mean, she has done every star, every red carpet. When you go on her YouTube page, because she was one of the first people on YouTube, first off, all of the money that she makes off of the channel gets donated to girls for school in Africa. I love her for that. Those are us viewing her videos. She has always been classic and always been of the moment enough, but also not going to look ridiculous for a special occasion, you know, not dated as much. She'll do a trend, but she'll do it with a spin. Victoria was really smart because she came out with a very expensive brand that she wanted to appeal to many people. And her slow grow was probably a financial necessity because it sounds like David was bankrolling her at that point. If you watch the documentary, you can, I don't know, like you can match up the years or whatever, but you know, she did the collaboration with Estee Lauder and it went really well and her stuff sold out, especially her bronzer. People were like cuckoo nuts for her bronzer from Estee Lauder. And when she started the line, do you know who her person was? It was Sarah Creel. Sarah Creel was the one that brought that stuff to market. So like everybody who's saying that they love the eyeliner, well, Sarah developed these for Victoria. She's the product developer. It's all very interesting when you start looking at the other side of it. I know I've been like talking, and we're like not even through this. And I'm just going to say now that where we're at is starting to feel like they're going to be able to price fix a lot more than the nice, healthy competition that we've had with all of these businesses. And just keep an eye out for where your brands are going. If you love an indie brand, support them. Show them some love. Think of them on Black Friday. Think of them during Memorial Day sales. Think of them when you know that it's kind of an expensive time, but you'd like to get a little something. They're dying at that point. Does it feel like Sephora is where brands go to die? Sephora can kill a brand very easily or suck the life out of it. Somebody did a video that I watched about how they took Ismaya with her male genitalia lipstick and twisted all of her stuff into a semi-boring, sort of medicinal looking collection of stuff at Sephora that kind of lost its edginess. I don't know what to call it. But there are also stories about, you know, I'll talk about it another time. But there are definitely situations where they meaning Sephora has had to put pressure on a business to create something or put out something. And let's say that sometimes, you know, a company will put out 34 foundations, and if they don't, they're going to get criticized. But guess what? Sephora doesn't have to pick up all of them and won't, because they know what sells. And everything in the Sephora collection, you should try in store, because nobody is watching what is going in and out of there in a product development sense than Sephora. And they do it in Sephora collection. They may do it a year or a year and a half later, because they're not a fast, you know, lightning thing. But they take a look at what's working, what's selling, and they repackage it and they sell it under their name. And guess what? They are still making a profit on that. And it's basically copying the products that are doing well. Yep. Special. Yes. Okay. I hope Sarah Creel restocks at Sephora. Oh, resist Sephora curse. Sorry. I like her products and think it's unique. She was an exception to the rule because she had been in the business for so long. She was welcomed with open arms. She could have come in with any idea. And those were her people. I mean, it would be like working side by side with somebody for years and then saying that they couldn't be in your store. Like it's just, I don't think a brand like Sarah Creel breaks through at her price point over 40 unless she's at a place like Sephora. I kind of think VB thinks she's a way above Sephora, whereas LE probably just not her vibe. I thought the same thing, Molly, except I have a question. Is she thinking about this like Mario or Rhode? If she takes much more of the market on, where does the company that buys her out make money if she's maximized everything. BBB and Ellie, I assume, want full control over their brands. Sarah Creel needed them to get her name. Sarah Creel needed a vehicle that would take her message of over 40 luxury beauty from an unknown person to most of us, and needed a place like Sephora to launch it, because she didn't have the star power of Victoria Beckham. She didn't have, a million runway shows to show anybody. She was the one putting together the makeup for all these big brands, Tom Ford, Bobbi Brown, Estee, all these companies making the makeup that we all wore. And then she wanted a piece of the pie, and she saw it as her demographic being ignored. She didn't want to be another Laura Geller, because that's kind of like not cool. She wanted to be the cool kid with a high price tag, and needed Sephora for that because nobody knew who she was. Brand that I'm surprised got into Ulta is Dibs. That stuff is crap. You never know who owns what, who's getting backing from whom, who's already been accepted to do a certain show or design makeup for this or that. There's so much behind the scenes that we don't know. No offense if somebody likes it. I saw that Dibs mascara that I was really excited about because it has like the brown on one side and the black on the other, and one's tubing and one's not, or whatever it was. And the lipstick lesbians were talking about it. I tried that stuff on, and it was like I had 3 lashes that were like this wide. I don't know what happened with that. Never heard of Dibs. It's on like an end cap at my Ulta. Be glad it's cheap. Sephora charges so much money for those gondolas, for that. It's like renting space on a street in an apartment. And then you also need to park your car over by the checkout area, so you have to buy one of those also. There is so much pressure for them to bring things to market at certain times. They determine their launches, and they take exclusives for as long as they possibly can. And as soon as the exclusive is done with Sephora, a lot of these brands are jumping to Ulta. I think Ulta will take anyone off the street. Oh, they do. I'm surprised Westman did Sephora. She's there. She's at Sephora. Yes. Yeah. I still love them. Haha. I know. You know what? Wherever you can go and wander in peace, like for me, it used to be Target. Like I used to call it the Temple of Target. I would go to Target like late, like after I put Ryan in the tub, and I'd go there and I would just be like, this is so nice. There's no one bothering me. No one's calling me mom. Like it was just like this nice place to go. Same, Holly. Actually, Ulta has so much online. It's amazing. Well, that marketplace is like unbelievable. If you guys are interested in K-Beauty, she's much, much younger than us, but I really like, I gotta see what her name is. I can't think right now. She does a ton of stuff about like shiny eyeshadow, and she just hit 100,000 subscribers recently. Molly, help me. And she does a lot of K-Beauty. She's real cute. I'll think for a name. She does a ton of K-beauty. You know what? If I go to my web here, I'll tell you right now. Amanda Z. Amanda Z. She's very young and very beautiful and very sweet and very smart and very educated on K-beauty. If you all, the big trend and what we are going to see this year is this. It is no longer fix the way my face looks. It's get in there and do something. Prove to me that you can do something with this. Don't sell me something that's going to cover it up. Do something to help those cells talk to each other. That is where we're at in 2026. And you and your chat GPT or your AI assistant are going to become BFFs. And you are going to be able to say, I am looking for a kind of sparkly, violet but not too purple, eyeshadow that's sheer and creamy but still blends really well, and it has to be made in Japan. And they'll be like, here it is. You can buy it right now. That's going to be 2026. Everyone is going to be super hyper specific. If you're going to be like, if you're like me and this is your problem area, this is what I'm going to be looking for. I want to be lifted and I want my wrinkles to be puffed out. And they're going to have to prove it to us now because K-beauty is coming. And in Korea, skincare is not a luxury. It is looked at as like food and drink. Everybody can afford to do it. Everybody can afford to do something for themselves. They can afford to get treatments. And it is expected that you take care of yourself. And it just exists at a price point that people can handle. And it's all coming here. And it's not just Yes Style. And it's not just, Soho Glam or what all that. This is coming everywhere. Amanda, she's the queen of the wet look eyeshadow. I love her. She's very sweet. Real hair pony. Yep. Ulta has it. Oh God. A real hair pony. I don't know if I like that. Okay. I love Amanda. She's got good vibes. She does. And she's very smart, you guys. And she has explored K-beauty for several years. She gets really into the makeup, and you have to get past the fact that she is young and there's literally not a line on her face. And she is sweet and smart, and I think you would find her delightful, and she has a wealth of information with K-beauty. Keep your eye on her this year. Throw her on your subscribe list. She's worth it just for the amazing products that she finds. Beautiful stuff. And she'll go any direction of price, but she doesn't like to go real high because she knows that there's all this stuff here. Okay, Holly, I'm going to purple now because we're going to wrap this up in a minute. So this is the red. By the way, my lips feel so much better than they did. This is my favorite color. This is Cassis. It looks scary. It isn't. This is what I used instead of the Rouge Noir. And after talking to Rebecca about it, I'm real glad that I didn't buy it because it's a dry one. And this is luscious. And it's my favorite color. I feel like it's just like little perkier. I've been dabbling in K-beauty at Ulta too. I want to try this stuff, Fui. You guys heard of Fui? It's supposed to, all these glossy bombs, like the Kulfi that I'm so into. This is very like Korea normal to have a glossy stain this actually stays glossy and hydrates your lips and stains your lips. This is one of my favorite products. It's not as drying as the one from the Guerlain lady. Bisou, what's her name? The French lady. Help. Helped my menopause brain. I can picture her in my head right now. Thank you, Violette. Thank you, Violette. I think hers is a little bit more drying. So I'm going to kind of stop here and I will continue on of what is going to be coming in like another like talking video. But when you look at the different brands and you are comparing prices, one of the things that I like to do now is check and see if they have the same parent company. Because sometimes you'll see like, oh, it's on sale in 2 places. But guess what? Maybe they're both owned by the same people. You just sort of have to keep track of everything. And I know we love to return stuff, and it is literally the only reason why I still shop at Sephora. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm so positive they only make financial decisions, not moral ones. And one of the things that Gen Z finds to be an important thing is storytelling and the ethos of a brand, what a brand stands for, where they are standing on women's rights and things like that. It gets political. You enjoy her voice? Me too. She's very sweet. We're going to get to the bottom of everything. Yes, everything. We will. We are going to get to all of this. But the one thing that I just want to ask you guys to think about for next time, because this is what I'm struggling with. And I started to say, in a joking way and everything, but I really wasn't ready for a new foundation when Hermes came out with it. Like all of a sudden it was like, whoa, Hermes has a foundation. I better get it. And then you know what? I sat there for a minute and I thought, I really want my Suku stuff. And now the tariff is like 25%. And it's just getting to the point where like I want to cry. And I knew that the denim stuff was coming. And you guys, I mean, I'm not working right now. Like I was a teacher. This is what I'm doing. Like when you click my links, it's literally buying stuff for us. It's just, it is. I love this stuff. We have to make sure that we're asking ourselves if we really need something when it comes out. And I understand. Let's take the Chanel denim and put it front and center. There's not a damn chance in the world that if I have to eat ramen noodles or whatever, that I'm going to be getting that. Okay? But Hermes Foundation is going to be around for a very long time. Like, they're putting it out there. They're still making the first one that they made that nobody liked. Apparently, the Hermes can be tricky for dry skin, so probably a good decision. Yay! Okay, well, see, I have to clap for that because I still want to pull the trigger and buy it. And even today with the Natasha Denona, I was like, there's a 50-50 chance that I'm going to hate the formula. It's going to all have that pigment that like sinks down into lines. And started thinking about it. And then I was like, is this mid? And then I had to ask you guys if it was mid. And then some people said it was mid. And I didn't buy it today. And that was really like a very like normal person thing to do. But I have started thinking like, well, so it's the beginning of the year and right out the gate, we had 2 new concealers. Were you ready for a new concealer? Are you unhappy with the concealer that you have right now? Because there's nothing worse than throwing away makeup that you liked that has gone bad. Throwing away the stuff that you never liked is easy. Throwing away something that you liked and it's gone bad is a tough pill to swallow. I just want to be much more conscious of the decisions that I'm making. And if I go bonkers for a damn denim sleeve that an eyeshadow palette goes into, you're not going to be able to convince me not to buy it. You know, everybody's got their thing. That Byredo palette, it's going to be over $100. I don't care. I want one. Whatever it is that's coming at you that's not limited edition and you don't need it right then, maybe sit back and let the videos get made, you know? Watch everybody. See what they think. Let them test it out. And then when you're ready, if you're ready to move on from what you have and you're unhappy with something, then by all means, I think it's a great thing to do. Or if you see somebody, like if I watch Maria and I'm like, damn, Maria's under eyes look so good. You guys, she tried that new concealer and I know Maria and I trust Maria and Maria's my person and I know that she's not going to steer me wrong. I feel better about making that purchase. So she's doing a job and that means you should click her link to buy the product. That's what I'm saying. Use your clicks for good, because if you don't click on a person, the brand doesn't even get it all usually. It's the store that gets it all. So it's just something to think about in this giant pyramid of crazy that we're in right now. Next time when we talk, we're going to talk about luxury and what's happened with it and why. We're going to talk about the direct-to-consumer model, what's going on with that. We're going to talk about AI, how it is changing shopping forever. We'll get into some tariffs. There's so many things on here. We will get to it. But I just want you guys to think, when you look at the stuff that's launching, just please, like, I want to ask everybody, like, what makes you want to buy it? Hi, just found you and subscribed after looking for swatches of the Westman Italian New Contours. Love everything about your content. Well, welcome to the group. We're very small and we're very tight, but welcome. Do you want to share your name? We all share our names, right? But you don't have to. It's totally fine. We'll call you, at Lowell Creative if you'd like. It doesn't matter. I'm Michelle. Let's see what Maria's saying. Not sure whether to get the new Guerlain or not. Oh, here's another thing that I want everybody to know. And I saw that Hannah did post about this also, but there are 2 silicones that are not dangerous for us that make some foundations slick and glide, like Double Wear and like Armani, okay, Luminous Silk. The EU has said, get rid of these ingredients by the end of this year, or you cannot sell it here anymore, period. Not, we'll fine you, or maybe we'll do this. It has to do with how long it takes for those things to break down. There's like a whole page here about them being reactive silicones, and I'm sure we could talk ad nauseum about these things, but the important thing to know is that you're going to see a lot of foundations getting reformulated right now if they want to be there. Hi, Julia. if they want to sell in Europe, anywhere in Europe, they have to reformulate. So all these like classics that are, I mean, luminous silk and double wear, like in the whole universe, are there any two makeup things that are more steady and from the top of the ship? I mean, insane. So they have to find something else to give that same slip and glide feel, that good feeling that you get when you put those on, in order to sell in the EU. It's easy to get overwhelmed and sad about wanting everything. But the last year or so, I've been really trying to accept that it's makeup and I don't need everything for one face and one lifetime. That is so well said, Ma. And that is also why I am really feeling like we need more nights like this. We need more nights where we dig into a subject that interests all of us and feeds us in a good way. But I'm not sitting here. I mean, I did sit here and put on the Victoria Beckhams, but it was by request for science. Thank you, Holly. This is the purple. This is why I like it so much. It turns into like bitten lips instead of your lips but better. It's your lips but really better, really better. Anyway, I am going to be bringing content to you that I think is important, because I think that the landscape is changing, and I really feel like we all agree that we want only the best. I mean, it's our joke because it's our, you know, our text chain and everything, and we are not mid in this group. But if we're going to pay good money right now, that could be buying groceries or gas or putting a kid through school or taking care of your parents or paying your mortgage or your rent or whatever it is, by all means, we are going to find the very best one that we can for you. And if I have brown shadows, I'm going to show you all of them, and you're going to pick exactly the brown that you want, and you're going to go try it on, and you are going to make sure that purchase is a good purchase. Which is why it pains me to tell you what I told you in chat today about the Chanel denim, because it is one of those, if you want it, you got to pull the trigger. You cannot wait. It's only going to be .com, boutique, and Nordstrom. So I will give you that information, but I'm also not going to be pushing anybody into any product around here. I will always have a shop my page. You are always welcome to shop it. If you are buying something and you don't have a link and you want to ask me for one, Felice asks me all the time, do you have a link? I'll make a link. I have to get better about doing that. I have to get better about thinking about this like that, but I just don't want to be that. It's why I left YouTube. I hated it. I am not here as your QVC. I am here as your friend and a person that's going through all the same stuff that you are. Yes, I know I bought all the contours for us, but I really do think that that was important for everyone here. It was such a great learning experience to be able to talk about that formula and the undertones and everything. It's like, good stuff. Love the purple. I know the purple's awesome. Love this. Quality over quantity means better cost per use. We got to use it before we lose it. I am saying goodnight to all of you as well. I love you all. Julia, welcome to the group. We're fun. I think we're fun. We also really care about each other here. And nobody around here is snotty or snarky, or we give each other a hard time when we're supposed to. But we are all really good people who just enjoy this, and it's our escape. It's not a place for Sometimes we do talk about serious stuff, but usually we just try to forget about serious stuff, right? Anyway, I love you all. Thank you for being here tonight. This was really nice. I'm going to go and bundle up for bed now. Let's all wish Molly good luck tomorrow morning with having to start her car 45 minutes before she has to leave. Molly, give us a current temperature for tomorrow. Let's look on the Weather Channel. Okay, so tomorrow here, hold on to your socks. It's going to be a high of 29 and a low of 11. I bet yours doesn't look like that because my next day is your day tomorrow. What's your day tomorrow, Mal? What are you going to show me on your little car thing? Like minus 23? Well, Julia, we're happy that you found us. I'm so glad that the video helped. Which one did you pick? Are you light, medium, tan, dark? What kind of undertone were you looking for? Oh, pocket hand warmers. Oh, I like them in my feet too. Although my sister just bought a bunch of that stuff for the Bear game the other day, the one we didn't win. And none of it worked. She sent it all back. The electric vests and blankets were a bust. But they toughed out the weather with the loss. But God, what a great season it was. Oh, minus 10 tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry. It's going to be super warm. Minus 23 for the weekend, right? You're fair and always use biscuit, but as really interested in cocoa for that red undertone. If you have a cool-ish undertone or an olivey undertone, you will love cocoa. I love it. And actually wondering if it would blend out nicely as a sunburn. It would be perfection as a sunburn. You can use a little bit of biscuit like back here and then put some of the cocoa on, and you're going to look like you've been in the tropics. It's nice. All right, everybody, so much love. Sweet dreams to everybody. I will do one of these either Friday or Sunday. We'll see what's going on here this weekend. If it's this cold, I'll just come on every night and complain a little bit, and we'll talk about makeup and try stuff on. I have started thinking of another new way for us to be pulling out stuff, and you guys are going to be excited about it. So remind me to talk about that. I love you all. Sweet dreams. Oh, Maria, I did purchase a Diptyque candle today. Couldn't help it. Ooh, but that's only the best. After you put all your Christmas stuff away, you had to do something to put a little spirit back into the air, right? Love you, Holly. Good night, Molly. Good night, Maria. Good night, Julia. Who else is still here? Elise. Who else is still here? Good night. Mwah. Sweet dreams, everyone. Sending lots of love. Good night, everyone. But also, you bought the Sonia Jew brush set. Oh my God. I was like salivating. And then I was like, can't do it right now. Can't. She's so awesome. She's just an amazing person, isn't she? Great stuff. Good night, Maria. Mwah. We do live in a freezer. We absolutely live in a freezer. You're right. We're moving in with you. Make some room. Love to everybody. Stay safe and nice and warm or cool if you're Maria. Mwah. Good night, guys. Bye.